What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. The purpose of this video is to discuss what I see in the charts, price action, price predictions, stuff like that over the coming days, coming weeks, and by the end of this move, which I suspect to be by the end of February. So if that sounds good to you, hit the like button, and let's get going. Okay, so here we are sitting at about that was for Rafiki, right? That's why you say that. $3.10 right now. Okay, we are at on a new week right now. 6 days, 20 hours left in the week. We just began the week. Had a very nice bullish close to last week. I think that was the highest close on a weekly basis you ever had, right? Yes, that was. So last week XRP officially closed less than 5 hours ago. It closed the highest weekly close it's ever had in its history. To me, that's like the ignition of something bigger, right? You're not stopping here, XRP. In fact, what that means is you're just getting started. Tie that in with the fact that in about 12 days from now, if you close here or higher, you're also getting the highest monthly close that you've ever seen in your life. You already actually had that with the last month's close too. From a high to a low here, your next target would be $8.37. That's your next target, is $8.37. From a high to a low here, your next target would technically be $4.34 to $6.41, right? And that could be where you go, being at $3.09 now. But I suspect XRP, you probably do. I don't think you stop at $4.34. I wouldn't be surprised if you stopped at $6.42. I wouldn't be surprised if you did. You could stop there. If not, if you go higher, the highest I'd give you is $8.37, but that would kind of surprise me personally. But it could happen. It really could happen. XRP is one of those coins, man, where it can be very exciting for a very short amount of time, and then it can be boring, right? It looks like here you moved up 3 months, very immaculate move, and then you were boring for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. On the 7th month, you broke out, right? So consolidated for half a year. XRP could do the same thing here, where it moves up, and then for the rest of the cycle, it's just boring. It consolidates. And then at the very end of the cycle, that's whenever it starts to move up again. It has its final hoorah, which would probably take it up, $13 or higher, 13 to 27 bucks or something like that is what I'm thinking for XRP. At least 10 bucks. I very much believe XRP breaks 10 bucks this cycle, but we're getting away from the main point, which is that you're at $3.10 right now, essentially. You likely do go to $6.41 or higher in price by the end of February. That's my expectation. I think that a lot of cryptocurrencies are going to move up until probably the last week, if not the second to last week of February. If we're looking at this here, actually, I was talking to Grok about something, talking about SEC filings, and this right here, the Bitwise 10 crypto index. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. Anybody, the XRP community, you guys probably are. I'm sorry that this might be burning your retinas. I don't know. Does that turn down the brightness? If I turn the brightness down on my screen, does that turn it down on yours as well? I don't know. I don't know if that's how it works, but I would think it was. Bitwise asset management. Wait, where is it? Where's the 10 cryptos? I want a list. Where's the list? It won't give me the list. Is it just sideways and I can't see it? Hold 10 of the largest cryptocurrencies. It wouldn't be the largest cryptocurrencies, but XRP would be in the list. And it does. Oh, there we go. XRP, Cardano, and Avalanche. Yeah. So XRP would be in this Bitwise ETF. Okay, and this ETF, by the way, it gets approved on either. It's not that it gets approved by the third. I should rephrase this. The ETF that Bitwise is putting out, that's a 10 cryptocurrency ETF that XRP is a part of. And I think it's like 4% of that ETF, or maybe it's more percents than that. The decision deadline is March 3rd. The way the SEC operates, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but they normally don't wait till the deadline to make a decision. Okay, they normally make a decision beforehand. So if the decision deadline is on the 3rd, which I believe is a Monday, March 3rd, I'll look here real quick. Yes, March 3rd is a Monday. Then likely sometime the week before, potentially the 25th of February, which is a Tuesday. From what I've heard, they like to make their decisions on Tuesdays, but it could be any day. It could be any day of the week. It doesn't just have to be on a Tuesday, but it could be the week before, from the 24th to the 28th that they make their announcement. It could be the week before that, the 17th to the 21st. But I certainly do expect that the SEC makes an announcement about this Bitwise ETF. It's probably not going to get approved. It probably gets pushed back, and that kind of announcement could tailor a a potential pause in the markets for coins that were optimistic and pumping into this deadline because they were thinking that the ETF would get approved. XRP would finally be a cryptocurrency that has a ETF in the United States here. But then instead of it getting approved, it gets pushed back to a later date. So we consolidate and we figured things out until we have the next reason to run up. That's a kind of theory that I'm running with. I don't think that it's so reliant on the Bitwise ETF itself. I think that there are other factors at play, and I just think that right there, that's a good kind of event. And then there's a time frame around that event, which is March 3rd, that gives the market something to kind of operate around. So I expect being at about $3.09 now, 641 or higher is where you're going to be by March 3rd, likely, honestly, the second to last week, if not the last week of February, is what my thoughts are. And from here, being at $3.08 now, I don't think you move too much lower. If you were to move lower at all, actually, let's talk about that, right? If you were to move lower, I think you've already done it. Yesterday might have been it, man. Because look at that, right? That tip at that low there, that's right there. You just checked back previous areas of resistance, and you're ready to go. I want to look at the relative low here. Low to high. Okay, yeah, maybe you go a little bit lower. You're at $3.08 now. Maybe XRP you drop to $2.77. You don't have to. Maybe you do. And if you do, that's the low. And then you move up higher. I would assume that today, XRP, you're either going to do one of two things. Either you move down and then you move up and you close up higher than you even are now, or you're just going to keep moving up and you're going to close at new all-time highs today. I suspect that today, tomorrow, the end of this week, we're going to be closing at new all-time highs for XRP. So I don't really know if I have anything else that I want to say. Looking at the daily time frame, it looks super bullish. Love that bounce off the 60. Looks good. I love that for you, XRP. It looks so good. 4-hour time frame, also looking good. Bouncing off of this area that you found support on several times on the 4-hour RSI. Very constructive phase of consolidation. Absolutely constructive. Yeah, man. I'm not worried about this thing at all. If you're wondering if it's a good time to buy, I think it's a fine time to buy. If you want to get some XRP, sure, it's a fine time to buy. Nothing wrong with buying here, as long as you're okay with the idea that it could drop to $2.77. If you can buy here at $3.08 and you can tell yourself, hey, if it drops to $2.77, I won't be scared. I'll buy more, or I'll just hold on and wait for the price to come back up, then yeah, it's a good time to buy. If you can't deal with that, maybe look somewhere else, or maybe just don't invest in crypto, because that's really not that big of a drop for any kind of cryptocurrency. But I don't know. It might not hurt to wait like 8 hours. And it maybe even more than that. It might not hurt to wait until probably like another 8 hours, I would think. You might come down a little bit. You could see prices below $3 again, I suppose, but I don't know, man. Maybe it does go below $3. Maybe it does go all the way to $2.77. I don't know. What I do believe to know is that it will go to prices above $4. It will go to prices above $6. So this may be stuff to the downside. Is it worth holding out, not buying here for what is likely inevitable to the upside? I don't know if it's worth it. So I would just get in here, but not financial advice. I'm that type of person. How I buy, right? I'm okay to buy here. I don't have to be the guy that buys down here. I'm okay with that, right? As long as I get in and I'm ready for the next run, I don't really care about catching the low. That's just kind of my style. But if you're one of those people trying to catch the low, well, you probably already missed it, but this is probably not the right area to do it. Anyways, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe. Bye.